Welcome everybody, I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmoyer, the ever entertaining. We go from being part of this action, Danger, at the NRA Finals here in Butte, Montana, to now getting a chance to be behind the scenes and here on television watching the crew. The kids are ready, the veterans are ready, the top 10, the men's and the ladies, and it's round number 2. It's Friday night, eliminator pen night. This is where things kick up a notch.
Yeah, definitely. The pressure kind of mounts a little bit, getting closer to winning that buckle possibly. Some great performances were turned out last night in the calf roping. Jack had a great run, and I mean, he's going to put the pressure on Sam and some of those other guys. Another guy to look out for in the all-around title, Hank Hollenbeck. He did a great job, got a time in both of his events. He's going to be coming and gunning. So we're going to look for some great action on Friday night here and just sit back and enjoy the rodeo tonight.
Well, the horses are ready, the bulls are ready, and our cowboys and cowgirls are ready. Come back with us. You don't want to miss any of the action from round number 2 in Butte, Montana.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Opportunity is everywhere. That is why I love my job at Opportunity Bank of Montana. I get to help my neighbors with business and agriculture loans, including new equipment loans. I understand that people need a bank they can rely on. You see, I grew up here with the Eastern High Plains out our front door and the crazy mountains in our backyard. Come see me, Brandy, or one of my colleagues at Opportunity Bank of Montana. Your local bank, your opportunity.
Welcome everybody, I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmoyer. It is the Murdoch's bareback riding. It is round number 2. It's championship. It's Friday night. It's just
Friday,
electric. Let's
man.
call it electric Friday night.
It's the middle of the work week.
A good look at the leaderboard coming in. George Gillespie getting a win Thursday night, 76.5 points. That's what they're, now it's a whole new go-round, but it is an aggregate.
You bet.
And so covering 2 is we're going to start off with Troy Kirkpatrick, the youngster from Wise River. And a good horse, King Thomas.
Definitely. This is one of Big Circle's horses here. Tonight you're going to see some tough to ride horses. Usually they put out the really tough ones on Friday night, or tough stock. He starts off great here though and covers this horse, and that's what you want Friday night. Big crowd tonight, a lot of electricity in Butte Civic Center. Come out and show your stuff with a 73.5.
Well, you hit the nail right on the head. It's electric. And now we've gotten that first round out of the way. Now it's time to go, okay, what do I need to fix from last night? It's the middle of the stream, and it sets me up for championship Saturday night and crowning champions. And it's the top 10 cowboys and cowgirls from the Northern Rodeo Association qualifying to this finals. They've been rodeoed all summer long with the season wrapping up there. Around Labor Day, as J2 Bridge is getting set to go, I really like this horse, Wild Mountain Honey from Big Circle.
J2's trying to come around, got a score last night. Wasn't as big as he wanted.
Well, there you go. J2's really setting those feet. Good timing with the horse. A lot of quick steps going on right there.
Definitely really good timing. The horse is really hard to get a track on there. He's just coming out kind of snake stomping and kicking across there, and you can see Michael Beatty just pick J2 up off that horse, say, come with me, buddy, get your 73 and get out of here safe. That was a great spur ride by a horse that wasn't usually out there bucking. I mean, it's still bucking good, but it doesn't have the height. It's not elevating like it was. You can see the legs kicking out on the horse. It fades there at the end, but still fairly reasonable, good ride for him.
Cooper Clemens, Blackfoot, Idaho. Cooper, all of our bareback riders making qualified rides in round number 1, so now they got to go at it.
You bet. The stock contractors are wondering, what do I got to bring to buck one of these guys off? And right now it's looking like you're going to have to bring a little more, because they're scoring 70 points here, gets off running, and he's excited to be here, and why not? He's got 2 scores, and he's on his way to make some more money, and this is a great looking ride. He rears back. just lets it go. Horse is tough to track, back and forth a little bit, but worked out for him.
Tucker Zing, the Glendive Talent, and Highline. It's a good bucking horse matchup from him from Red Eye Rodeo. There you go, Tucker. Trying to set those feet, and again, like you said, the kind of the eliminator pen count tonight, and his horse is throwing everything at him but the kitchen sink.
Yeah, Tucker, he's feeling it right now. As you can watch him get to the fence, he is not feeling good. 74 points. This horse yanks on his arm the entire time. He's working and using everything he can to get back down to his rig, and you can see here he's not even set back. The horse works him up over the front end and eventually just throws him down hard. So hopefully he's all right, but knowing him, he's one of the tougher guys around, and he'll be back at her tomorrow.
Brandley Peabody and Indian Outlaw. A little better setup on a Friday night for Brandley.
You bet. Super impressed. Even though he's got a no score on this, I think he must have missed him out. How he handles this horse turning back. He never spurred over that horse's neck, which is very hard to do. And if he would have gotten that horse marked out, he would have had a fairly good score.
We talk about that mark out rule. First step, feet over the front points of the shoulders. Chase Redfield. That was a great mark out. Now it just sets it up. Oh, but then like you talked right there, maybe spurring over the neck a little bit. That horse kind of stumbled and took some short steps and made that a little tough for Chase. But
yeah, it's these guys can get into a rhythm when that horse gets going across that arena and feeling good. Well, that doesn't feel good to the horse, so they're going to come out of it and try to do something else, and that can really throw a hitch in your get along.
Cash Hill, Great Falls, Montana, rodeoed for the University of Providence and Coach Dick Lyman. Many-time qualifier to the College National Finals rodeo. He knows how to ride bucking horses. This is one of my favorites.
Little bucking horse from Red Eye here. Wild thing. He spurred over the neck a couple times. You can see him there. That left foot came over. Really hard to do on a little horse like this. You can see when he rides in between those two pickup horses. He's quite a bit smaller, but just bucking horse, heart of a champion for sure.
Jackson Stevens, Michael Beatty, our arena pickup men. They ride in, set him down. A good look at our Whalen Tire replay danger. Right there, that second jump, he just placed it right over the neck, but boy, Cash is just full of offense.
You bet he is. Gets right back to it, doesn't quit. Dives right back in there. That horse kicks his feet up. He throws him right back down to the front shoulders. Does an excellent job. Does not let him spurn over the neck, get to his head one bit, and finish the ride. Good for you.
76 points on the ride. I liked everything about it. As we go to George Gillespie, got a win in round number 1. About to blow is his matchup in round number 2. I'm going to say this guy's going to be hard to beat all weekend long.
Yeah, definitely. This guy's been hard to beat for all year, and the way he rides is just, it looks so good. He just lays back and lets it rip. This is going to be a great ride. He kind of got worked out a little bit there, but you can see the way he rides is just he just lets it flow, and judges like that with a 79.5, you can see right there.
What is this the difference? You can tell he's been out on the rodeo trail at the bigger rodeos, and the veteran bareback rider just kind of making it look easy.
Yeah, definitely. It shows. There's some of these guys that go branch out a little bit and they have their pro cards and they're going to get into some of these other ones. But it's a great spot. The NRA is a great spot for those college, high school, and guys like that are trying to break into the pro level. This is a great spot to be right here in Butte, Montana at the NRA Finals.
Talon Schneider from Dillon, Montana. So he went from the veteran to more of a young man who's just really getting his career started.
Yeah, definitely. You can see by that ride, it's he kind of got out of shape and felt a little uncomfortable there and sat up a little bit more instead of rearing back and letting it go. But tough horse to track, big horse, and you can see here George Gillespie comes out on top. He's at 156 for the last 2 nights, and he is going right towards that buckle. We'll see you later.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore. The Montana Livestock Auction Steer Wrestling is about to get underway. Carson King, 4.7, got a win in round number 1. So now, again, a whole new round, but that average. And we really see it stand out more so in the time events as Chris Anderson from Hamilton, Montana, getting set to go. Be the first one out in round number 2. And a nice little setup and a haze. Chris, he took a no time in round number 1. He's got to get that steer all the way over, all 4 feet pointed in the same direction. And, you know, that hang up right there, Danger, just took a little longer, 11.1. But, you know, now he got that time. And we talked, yes, you know, in round 1, it's his first Northern Rodeo Association Finals. And so to get your hands on one and get a time. Kyle Clutter, Bozeman, Montana. Also a no time in round 1.
There he gets back to the basics and gets a time. 8 and 8 too. He's gonna get a time at least and get something confidence built back up for Saturday night.
Another young man that took a no time in round 1, Arlen Minu from Sweetgrass. Might have the best looking hazer out of the group.
Yeah, definitely the best looking hazer out of the group. He's the lucky guy for that. This is a fun guy. This guy lives life. He's fun, he's aggressive, he's going to get after it too. And right there, even if he doesn't have his hazer in place or his that steer's out in front, he's going to make a jump for 7-8, catch it with one arm, and still throw it down. That was quite impressive.
Kyle Calloway made it through a run, 7 seconds flat in round number 1. You know, he's working with an injury. He's been injured a lot hurting pretty good the last few rodeos of the season, and then into this, you know, not a big break for him, but he'll gut it out and
it takes the clown down. Do not mess with Kyle Calloway. He just threw and flipped an 800-pound burger, and then you think you're going to come in and wrestle him too, even though I know how to stay away from that. Kyle Calloway's fun to have fun with, though.
Kyle knows how to get your money, and he's in the lead. Yeah. Hank Hollenbeck, Molt, Montana. That's got to make some kind of Sports Center top 10.
Yeah, definitely. Like, get off me. Hank Hollenbeck, though, this guy, if he's behind you, look out. This guy knows how to be a cowboy, and 4.7 seconds is going to clean it up, except he broke the barrier. 14.7 is going to hurt him in the all-around.
Yeah, that barrier right there just cost him. But he couldn't back off the throttle. And we traditionally call it the big man's event in steer wrestling. Taylor Corbett from Billings, Montana, still got a little growing to do.
Yes.
But he's a youngster, and he's going to continue to grow. But, whoa, talk about a talent. The fundamentals are there as you see him weight that steer out, slide him around now. A little dog fall. And Taylor, again, never quits.
That's the part I love about this. He just never quits, helps the steer up, you know. Good guy right there. You don't even see that in football.
Ben Air, Glendive, Montana, getting set to go. The only difference for Ben in years past, usually he's here in 3 events.
Yeah.
And qualifying in the steer wrestling. Got a great haze, but oh, wow. Now we're kind of all stacked up, and
yeah, that did not help his cause when that steer flipped. You got to get him back up on their feet. You have to throw the steer yourself. That's going to count for him, and he threw that steer completely in an unconventional way with an arm over the head, and did what he could to get the job done and get a score to keep him in the average. That's the way to cowboy up and stay with it. Comes a cowboy. Speaking of cowboys, Colby Bignell.
Wow, what a great businessman run right there. 5.4. Colby Bignell really setting himself up in that average. And, you know, we've seen stranger things. Cowboys coming in maybe a little lower in the top 10 can climb all the way up to that number 1 spot with the money in the rounds and the money in the average.
You bet. When there's no pressure on you, you just come in here and bulldog and do your job, which you should do anyways, but the pressure on you to maybe climb spots or not lose your spot at the top can mount on a guy or a girl. So you just got to come in here and focus and do your job. That's all it is.
Carson King, Dillon, Montana, made a great run yesterday in round number 1. And today, the steer's going to get away, and we talk about that average.
Yep, definitely. That's going to hurt him, and that'll take him down quite a bit. And Colby Bignell's going to go up there quite a bit, and he's 10 seconds ahead of everybody else. And as we move into the breakaway roping, brought to you by GFK Trailer Sales, we watch Jesse Murillo take flight here.
Well, no time yesterday, in round one. And here it is in round two. Jesse reaching. Boy, good slick run. Catch around the neck right there. 2.9 danger.
She just comes out and makes a run and got her head on straight and did it good.
JC Fortier from Laurel, Montana. She can be as fast as anyone. JC reaching over that calf. Kind of got to the right on her a little bit, and instead of taking a bad throw, took that extra swing in 3.8.
You bet. You could tell her when she backed in the box, she was focused.
We go to Ryan Tracy now. Victor, Montana. Ryan, she's qualified for the College National Finals in the past. Her sister and her both getting degrees and spending their time rodeoing in the college ranks. And boy, something you just don't see very often. 2 no times, round 1, round 2.
Yeah.
Look out round number 3.
That girl's a lot better cowgirl than what she's displayed this weekend. And hopefully it doesn't get to her head as Tammy Jo, the veteran of this crew, comes out, and she's probably going to stick one on tonight. And luckily, I don't know if that's going to work or not. I don't think it goes over the horn, so she doesn't get a time.
Yeah, the half head is an illegal head catch. It's got to be a clean bell catch right around the neck, and she knows it. Now we're going to go to the youngster. First time qualifying, Gracely Speth from Bozeman. Showing some offense. She took a no time in round 1. Oh, and that barrier. But she had to push it. I think part of her problem in round 1 was being a little bit late. And
that was exactly it.
She changed the game plan, and I like the offense. But 12.3, we go to Jill Lufkin. Jill's another one that took a no time in round 1 and said, in round 2, I'm going for your money. And boy, empty looped again.
Yep, came out and the calf ducked on her, and you saw she was unsure when she threw that rope. That calf ducked out on her. We move into Sierra. Now this girl has got a chance to move up right here.
Sierra Kunish snapping it on him in 2.5 seconds. You saw the fiance hanging there in the corner, talking her through, and I think he gets a lot of competitiveness from her. Oh yeah, definitely. These are two of the most competitive individuals you've ever met, and they both love to win. And it's going to be great watching them grow up together and stuff. And she's a competitor, always forced to be reckoned with. Tiffany Ogren from Hysham. Here's another young lady that's handy with that catch rope, but boy, just a little foul right at the beginning. But Tiffany made it work. She got another time. Yeah, it's impressive what she can do as handy as she is with that rope. And in the youngster, Michaela Fuller, Bozeman, Montana. Her brother and the team roping. It's a family event in the Northern Rodeo Association. Her family travels up and down the road. She's got brothers and sisters, all very competitive, and she's no stranger to getting your money, but boy, step one, you got to get them caught around the neck. Yeah, definitely. These girls are pushing it tonight. Friday night, it's got to make a move night. Quinn Briggs up now. Well, Quinn had success in round number 1, and doggone it, round number 2 is going to be a no time. And boy, it's interesting to see how this average will shake out. It's possible money might get paid on 2 head. Yeah, you never know. And Tiffany Ogren, you can see right there, she's leading it, and the next one down, everybody else only has 1 caught. So yeah, this could be interesting as we move into junior breakaway roping. 3 juniors featured. They also are competing. Joshua Barnett, Three Forks, Montana. Here's another rodeo family. Dad takes him up and down the road, the 2 brothers. And he's going to try to just make sure he gets one caught. And now the difference in the juniors and the ruling, it has to pass over the nose, but it can break away on any part of the calf after the loop passes over the nose. So it doesn't have to be slick around the neck, but it does have to pass over, and that one doesn't. So we go to Cole Denton. A good look at his dad standing there in the box with him. And Cole can be quick. Nice run, Cole. 2.7. Very good. Watch him ride out of the arena. Confident. And last one to go today in today's performance, Trey Fleming from Warden. The great Fleming rodeo family, and boy, right there, great, perfect example. It passed over the nose. It did figure eight a back leg, but it's still legal.
You bet somebody will catch that. He got it caught. Great time, going to keep him in. It's just fun for these kids getting in the big arena during the rodeo as you see the results from the junior breakaway roping.
Congratulations to them. Don't go anywhere. We got more great rodeo action coming up.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Whether visiting Butte for business or pleasure, the Quality Inn is the place to stay for relaxed comfort at affordable prices. Our guest rooms offer the perfect spot to refresh and reboot with premium mattresses, linens, and more. Get more for your money with amenities like free Wi-Fi, free hot, fresh breakfast, and a heated indoor pool. Get your money's worth at the Quality Inn and Suites in Butte, Montana. Find us on choicehotels.com or call 623-207-7555.
Welcome back, everybody. Trace Rio Silver bringing us the tie-down roping. Jack Graham got a win in round number 1 of the 9.1. And we're going to start things off with the Manhattan Cowboy, Dalton Carr. I'm Vance Ruff, along with Danger Dave Whitmore. We're excited here on a Friday night. And our first young man is coming up empty-looped.
We are excited. I think Dalton was a little bit too. Got a no time here. First guy out. We'll see. You can't miss on Friday night, especially with guys like this coming up behind you. And that's a surprise right there, though, too. Sam Levine came out and totally missed his calf. So he'll be upset with that. He'll come back in the team roper and try to win some money there.
Chase Mitchell, Shepherd, Montana, next to go. Chase qualified here before in the Northern Rodeo Association, so he knows what it takes to win at the finals.
Good horse work there by his horse. Kept that calf in control for him. Good run by him.
And these Cowboys, they know the calves from round 1, and they saw what had happened on him. He threw a wrap and a hui. The only legal rule in the tie-down roping is 1 wrap around all 3 legs. So you can go with a wrap and a half. It's a little faster, but also a higher chance the calf can kick free. Albert Koenig, Belgrade, Montana, no time in round 1. But showing how he qualified here by getting around 2. Boy, just kind of slipped and had to just hold on, get back to his feet. I mean, you see that slack on the ground, danger that the horse isn't keeping that calf's head. And calf thinks that maybe he can get away. He's going to kick on him a little bit, and you'll see him just grind a couple of wraps on it.
You bet. That's the one thing we've seen from a couple competitors before. That horse working can really be detrimental or make your run great. A great horse is worth its weight in gold because it'll win rodeos for you all summer. And Taylon's going to show us here how it's done, hopefully.
Taylon Lytle qualifying for his first Northern Rodeo Association Finals. His dad, a past qualifier. Got a time in round 1, but broke the barrier, but in round 2, it's 14.6.
Once again, you can see the horse coming into play on this. These are young guys. They're probably running young horses, and we're going to move into a veteran now, Hank Hollenbeck. And watch the horse on this, man. He trains these things specifically for their job. This horse is going to control this calf for Hank.
Well, I have to go back and reflank. And again, we talk about those equine athletes, they're vital. That is, 90% of this game is having a good horse underneath you. But they're affected by the environment as well. And you get inside these buildings and the music and the intensity of the crowd, it can play a factor there as well. And boy, just kind of uncharacteristic of Hank's horses, but...
Yeah, you bet. This is 95% of the rodeos you're going to go to are not indoors like this. As James Ramirez goes, he's going to catch him, but he's going to look out for the Oh, he's going to try to tie him. I thought he was going to let him go.
Oh, there's no quitting James Ramirez.
You bet not.
He's also seeing what's happening to the other contestants, and
Yep.
you know, you've got to beat 10 other guys. You want to get one tied, and especially if you're successful in the first round, that average playing a factor. So 19-9. One of the changes in the rules, that, you know, or not a change in the rule, but different from our ladies breakaway roping, is it is catch as catch can. So, you know, whether you get them right around the horns or if you hook a leg, it's still qualified time. And
Right, just get down to the line and tie 3 legs up and you should have a score.
George Marsenko taking in no time as he was successful in round number 1. And Jade Gardner win at Montana. Here's something I've really seen with Jade is he hasn't backed off the offense, but he's gotten more and more consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Knows what to do in situations like that. He did not panic. He rolled that calf over. That's one of the quickest ties we've seen and you're going to see all week. He's really a situational roper. I really liked yesterday he came out and bared down over his horse. His calf really got out there. Tonight you see him sit up. That calf's really slow out. So he sits up in his horse, just ropes it, comes down, rolls it over. A lot of guys would panic. He knows how that rope's wrapped around that calf's leg, so he just rolls his calf, picks it right up, starts his day out again.
Yeah, he just everything forward, and he let off the clutch right there and spun a tie on, and that's keeping him right in the hunt. Jack Graham, Lakeview, Oregon, is another runaway bullet.
This kid had a heck of a run last night, and we're going to see him go at it again. He has an excellent horse that works for him, and he has the skills when he gets to the end there.
Boy, 9.3s, you see him hustle back. He's got to get on and ride that horse forward, that stopwatch. Calf stays tied for 6 seconds. I like it, 9.3. You see the replay right here. That horse was thinking about stopping, and Jack handled it. And what I really like is he came in here and flanked him the first time.
Yeah, didn't bobble it one bit. Picked that calf up, was sure about it, threw him down. That wastes more time than anything is when you're unsure of how you grab him.
Well, getting a win in the round 2, and he's also in the lead for the average. It's just a great look at the leaderboard. Boy, more great rodeo action coming up right after this. Welcome back, rodeo fans. I'm Vance Ruff, along with the Danger Dave Whitmore. It's John Deere bringing us the saddle bronc riding danger, and Cody Miller got a win in round 1 with a 77. It is time for round number 2.
You bet, and this is one of our tightest events of the whole weekend, starting off with former world champion Jesse Cruz here. This is a tough horse that doesn't want to buck right out the gate, and you can see them throwing a flank rope trying to get him to go, and Jesse's not used to riding horses probably a lot like that, but still does all right, 72.5. World champions see all sorts of them.
Well, I tell you what, it was just really hard for him to get his feet moving right off the get-go.
You bet.
And they still, managing it out, 72.5 points. Took a no score in round 1, so I look for big things for Jesse in round 3. But Dan Williams, Salmon, Idaho, and Lizardback getting set to go.
No, Dan gets thrown down early, quick. He had a lot of rain. That was his issue last night. He had a little too much rain on his horse, and he's going to get a no score and a little bump on the way out. You can see here now as we get going with Doug Hall, Browning, Montana. He's going to be on Blast from the Past from Jacobs Rodeo.
You know, Doug, he survived through round 1. Round 2, you hear the electric powwow in the background. That'll get his blood pumping. Wow, Dougie. We talk about the Eliminator pen on Friday night, and holy cow.
I don't know what that was really, but Doug stuck with him. He's going to get 66 points, and those are all from him, as you're going to see Doug do a little dance in the middle of the arena here. This is what he does after every successful ride. That's does a little thing for the Native Americans around the country, a little tribute, and that's what he is, and he's very proud of his heritage.
Weston, Maine, Sheridan, Wyoming, nice ice. The bucking horse he's drawn in round number 2. Oh, and it's getting wild and woolly right out the gate.
Ouch, yeah, that is a scary situation right there. I've seen, he's lucky to be smiling like that right there. I've seen situations like that come out the very bad way. So he's good to go, and hopefully we'll be all right as we get going with Charlie Lytle.
And a good big circle horse, Cattle Bank. Talk about Charlie, he's a veteran.
Yeah, definitely, as veteran as they come. And you can see the Eliminator pen is out tonight. That's a big, strong horse, and just kind of got him worked down a little bit and bucked him off as we move to Brand Morgan.
Brand, the youngster from McAllister, also rodeoing for Coach Andy Bullich and the Bobcats at Montana State. And boy, he just needs to get those big, long legs a rolling. His feet just kind of hanging up, but you know, we saw it in round 1. This horse kind of gave him a little better chance, and just could never really get in time with it.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, he's got those long legs. He's a bigger cowboy, and that's a long ways up there to be looking straight down at a horse dropping straight down at you. So sometimes you feel like you got to get held up, and he's going to keep working. He's going to get better. When you're covering horses like that, not getting bucked off, you're doing stuff right, and he's just going to get the fundamentals down. He's just going to improve. As we move to Andrew Evgene's horse stalls out a little bit, but keeps on rolling.
Well, Andrew's still battling that shoulder injury, and it almost appears danger to me that it's kind of creating a little conservativeness that we're not used to seeing from Andrew.
Yeah, definitely, and an injury like that, especially on your riding shoulder, as you can see as he falls off his horse, how he cradles his arm right there, it's hurting him bad still right now, and it's pretty incredible that he even rides a bucking horse holding on with that arm.
Tyler Friend from Great Falls getting set to go. Wild and Western.
Yeah, get out of that situation.
Holy cow. 6.54 seconds on the clock. The rule is you got to ride him for 8.
And the horse wants him.
Tyler wants his hat, horse wants Tyler, and we're going to Cody Miller. Cody got a win in round number 1, but look out, trouble in round number 2.
He might get a re-ride on this. That horse did stumble. I don't know if the judges saw it like that. I don't believe they did, but that got him worked out enough off over that saddle to not get him a score, and we're going to move on to Leroy Esch. Lock and loaded.
A good matchup, the good veteran bronc rider, Leroy. Oh, got to get those feet moving.
Yeah, definitely been a theme here tonight of no footwork, really. I don't know what's going on with that, but 71, something in the air. Don't know if the boys did a little too much dancing last night on Thursday or what, but they're still getting by them.
Well, great look at our Wayland Tire replay. Just there towards the end, but, good bucking horse, lots of kick. Kind of every other jump, maybe the timing was, a little bit of a challenge, but 71 points. That goes nicely with his 75.5, and he's got the lead in the average after 2 rounds. Don't go anywhere. More NRA Finals action coming up round number 2.
Bareback riding takes a special kind of person. It takes somebody that's willing to deal with all odds against them. Kind of like a David and Goliath type thing. You got to overcome the giant, and it's the most physically demanding event in rodeo, and man, there's nothing like it. I've tried them all, and it's the best. There are a lot of guys that chew tobacco, and I've seen my friends have the start of cancer in their lip and they change it from top to bottom rather than quitting, and I've run across guys who have to push a button to speak to me because they've gotten throat cancer and can no longer speak on their own. It takes a special person to ride a bucking horse and go against something that much bigger than you and conquer it. You know, if you can do that, then you can kick the habit of chewing. It's the same thing. Put your mind to it and you can get it done. In rodeo, you never back down from a challenge. So I challenge you, quit chewing today.
We are back. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore. It's barrel racing time, brought to you by the Copper Spring Range. Tammy Jo Carpenter got the win in round number 1.
Got the win, but barely. Everybody is right here at the top. 15-second runs all across the leaderboard. It's just hundreds or tens of hundreds of seconds that are cutting these competitors apart from each other. And Tammy Jo's going to start it off for us tonight in a crowd-favorite event, the barrel racing.
The cloverleaf pattern, leaving them standing. Tammy Jo, first one to go, drawing the top of the ground in 14:78.
Good run for her. That's one of the fastest runs you're going to see probably all weekend at the NRA Finals.
Sealy Salmon, Shoto, Montana, next to go. One turn to the right, 2 turns to the left, or vice versa. She's going to go left first. Leave them standing. Each barrel, if knocked over, possesses a potential 5-second penalty. Danger, we don't want to see that. The girls have done a great job keeping them up, and it's continuing. And 15:08 for Sealy Salmon.
Right in there at the hunt. That's a good run for her. You can see the crew out. They work the barrels after every run, make this a nice, even playing surface for every barrel competitor.
Mikkel Fleming next to go. 15-12 in round 1. Had to just kind of get him pulled around that second barrel, but still doing all right. Hustled across that timeline in a 15:42 in round number 2. And again, we talk about the aggregate multiple rounds, 3 big rounds. So you get money in the rounds, money in the average, all chasing a championship. These are the top 10 contestants in every event that have qualified here to Butte, Montana. It's Shelby Rasmussen, Bozeman, Montana, getting set. She's left here as a champion in the past. Just a youngster, Danger.
Yeah, first year in college, I believe, right now, going to Montana State. Second year in college, excuse me. This girl's rodeo in her blood, and as fast as they come, 14.93 is going to be one of the fastest times you're going to see, and she's coming in right there with Tammy Jo.
But what a battle.
Yep.
Gayleen Malone, Prairie, Montana, the veteran. Her and her daughter, both many-time qualifiers to the Northern Women's Rodeo Association Finals, and very, very competitive in the barrel race.
Yeah, this lady knows how to pick the horses for the right arena, surface. There's so many different variables that come into this. The music's louder at these indoor arenas. It's more confined. You have to do a little more work to make sure that you're not tipping barrels and staying in the average, which she does there, 15.25.
Strategically positioned, our rodeo photographer, Mark LaRoe, taking all the shots, and we go from mom right to her beautiful daughter, Miley Daly.
Mark's soaking up that screen time. Miley, and she's going to come in a little hot and blow past that first barrel. That's the tough thing to do in this arena. You come down an alleyway from outside, and the alleyway gets very dark and narrow as they go into it right there. And they can't see the first barrel until they come out across that plane right where Mark is standing as the photographer. Those horses don't see that barrel, so it is tough for them to woe up and make sure they get a smooth corner.
Well, Taylor Russell, Conrad, Montana, looking back, making sure she's good. Boy, this horse looks like he is dialed in on a Friday night. 15-33.
Good run by Taylor, you bet. She was aware of her feet. Her horse cut some really tight barrels there. She had to lift the leg on 2 of them I saw, and very conscious of not knocking a barrel over and taking that penalty.
Another youngster with a big, big future, Shay McDonald, Gardner, Montana. Many time in the junior division, leaving here as a champion. Graduated up into the ladies and continues her terror of taking all their money and winning championships.
Yeah, it's so cool watching these kids come up that you rodeoed with back in the day, they call it, where they were just doing junior events, but now you see them competing in the women's and the men's. It's pretty cool, and they're being dominant. It just shows what their upbringing has landed them.
Becky Fusen, another top talent in the ladies barrel race in the Montana Pro Women's Circuit in the Northern Women's Rodeo Association. Boy, oh, just a little tight right there on 2.
This is a fast horse, probably not an indoor horse. She probably doesn't have a whole lot of others to work with or giving another one rest, but 15.9, that with the couple barrels tipping over, it's going to be a 29. That is an unbelievably fast horse that hopefully she can get under control, and she's going to win a lot of money with one day.
Speaking of youngsters, speaking of superstars, Taylor Moykins from Three Forks, her mother, a past many-time qualifier, and here's her young daughter who's just setting the barrel racing world on fire. Been to the junior NFR, representing the great state of Montana, and boy, just tight, tipping a barrel. A 15-12 is going to go to a 20-12. But boy, again, I like the offense. She's out to get their money. And Tammy Jo Carpenter, we talked about her, 14.78, first one out tonight, getting a win in round number 2, taking that lead in the average. And we're going to stay right here and go right to the juniors. The 3 featured in the performance tonight. So there are times, there's already a leaderboard in round number 2 for these guys. Kylie Lund, Ronan, Montana. Her dad, a past national finals competitor in the bareback riding. And these 2 girls, there's 2 sisters that, boy, as competitive as anyone. And you see it right there, 15 and 66.
And it's pretty cool to watch the generations come up of these guys and gals that have been to the NFR and been big-time competitors in the sport of rodeo, and watching their children come up and show what they can do is passed down. It's pretty impressive to watch.
This is tomorrow's future right here for you. Macy DeHaan from Belgrade, Montana. Let's go Panthers. Boy, she's got a good barrel horse underneath her, too.
You bet.
And a 15.58 for Macy tonight.
Good run by her. These kids are coming out here not showing a whole lot of starstruck or anything like that, lights in their eyes or loud music. They're just showing up and riding horses, and Haven Wolstein's going to be next, and she's a horse riding cowgirl if I've ever seen one.
Oh, you hit it on the head. Talk about competitive. And in the high school ranks, she competes in every event. And barrel racing is very competitive, very dominant, and she's right there with them.
Nice corner on 3.
Thinking about changing her name to Haven Ruffstein. I think that would flow very
like
good.
That
15.87. She's going to be right in the thick of things as we get a good look at the leaderboard. Come back with us. Final event of the day is coming up. Welcome back to the action. Team Roping brought to us by Mark LaRoe Photography along with Willie's Distillery. Cal Fuller on the head side. Danger Dave, a little tough luck as he's going to take a no time. Partner with the great Ryan Zurcher, and they were no time in round 1.
Yep, they're going to have probably just a fun run on Saturday night now and try to go out and win a day check.
Jace Bishop on the head side, Chris Barthelmess on the heels.
Wow.
And it's going to be one hind leg, 7.4. A 5-second penalty comes in for only one hind leg, so 12.4. And boy, just still having a rugged NRA Finals. We're continuing on to round number 2.
Greg Goggins and Shane Bissett here. This is a good team. You can see him pull that steer around. Oh, Shane throws an impressive heel loop to catch 2 legs there at 16.6.
Yeah, broken barrier, it looks like. 6.6 and then plus 10 for leaving too soon. But cracking the ice, Jason Carlson, Zach Schweigert. This is a team to be reckoned with right here. Veterans, and they're just youngsters.
Yeah.
Many-time qualifiers to the NRA Finals, and Jason's got him on the head side. Look at old Zachary.
Wow,
Pulling off a heel shot right there.
You bet. Definitely went right into the fence. It didn't phase him. He run his horse right to the fence and pulled up. Great run by those two. Youth is a great thing. They don't know any better. They're just going to go out and have fun and rope.
4.8 is going to take the lead as Sean Bissett and Sid Spoor getting set to go.
Sean Bissett is going to take as many chances as he can, and he's going to go as fast as he can.
Oh, wow.
Like we see right there, he dove off expecting that steer to kind of come with him, and is going to get his no time for gambling like that. And that's what happens when you gamble. You can lose big time.
Chance Parody on the head side, Rich Carpenter on the heels. Broke the barrier in round 1. Coming right back, round number 2. Boy, a good start. Chance going to reach out and get him caught. And Richard is right there. Perfect position and a great loop. 7.1.
Rich is consistent on the heel side there. I don't know a whole lot about the kid from Canada, but he ropes very well. And we're going to move right along to JR Winter and Seth's. I'm not even going to go with Seth's last name. You tell me his last name.
Well, right now, we'll just go with JR on the head side. Seth, look at him over, and oh, doggone it, set him right down right next to him, and it's going to be a no time. A little tough luck. They had success in round number 1, so again, playing a factor in that average. But you know, we talked about not only event championships, but also the all-around. And Jack Graham on the head side is in a hunt, and so is his partner, Sam Levine. Qualifying in more than one event, and boy, putting together a great run in round number 2.
You bet. That is an outstanding team right there, and if they can keep things rolling, they should be able to win a lot of money. Speaking of outstanding teams, Travis Nickel and Corey Mitty, they have the opportunity to be one of the best teams here.
Just a nice, good, consistent catch right there, and Corey cleaning it up, 6 seconds flat.
There, yeah, that's when the work comes together. You can see Travis tried to fight his horse around that corner. They probably could have been a little quicker too if Travis would have gotten squared up, but that was an excellent run.
Dalton Carr on the head side, Jake Plagemeyer on the heels. Again, Dalton qualifying in more than one event as well this year. And just picking up one hind leg, so a 5-second penalty will come into play. 5.6 goes to a little 10.6 for him. But you called it. You know, the 4.8 is going to get the win in the round, but Nichols and Mitty taking over that lead in the average. That'll complete the team roping, but don't go anywhere.
Whether you live in town, out on the farm, or a cozy cabin nestled in the woods, wherever you call home or choose to locate your business, Woodpecker Technologies has great options for your high-speed internet. Based in Montana, we provide quality service to communities and businesses throughout the state. For high-speed internet anywhere, call Woodpecker Technologies at 406-461-1941 or visit us online at woodpeckertech.com.
Lost Trail Hot Springs Resort, nestled in the beautiful Bitterroot Mountains on the Montana-Idaho border, is near an abundance of outdoor recreation for all seasons. You'll find plenty of exciting opportunities, while our private cabins offer you a secluded getaway. And of course, our natural hot springs-fed pool and hot tub are waiting for you as the warm waters bubble up year-round. To relax your worries away, make Lost Trail Hot Springs your home base for exploring the great outdoors.
Welcome, everybody. Bull riding is next to go, brought to us by First Interstate Bank. I'm Vance Ruff, along with the always entertaining Danger Dave Whitmore. You got to look from round number 1, Tanner Theriot getting that win, and now it's the final event of the night. It is time for some bull riding.
Yeah, my favorite event of the night, for sure. We're going to watch Michael Cruz come out on Bad Company here, and he's going to get dumped and hooked quick. Good job, though, by Cody Morris and Sylvan Lacrosse to come in there and do their job, get him out of a bad situation.
Connor Murnion, Jordan, Montana. Connor, let's make an 8-second bull ride.
He's got one started here too. I think he's going to get it done. This kid's been riding bulls really well. If he gets his free arm under control, I think he's going to just ride bulls all day. He's a big kid, but he can wrap his long legs around anything.
Well, 73.5 points in round number 2. Good look at our Whelen Tire replay. Danger. Like you said, he needed the bull to just kind of stay right there underneath him, and then he just settles in and does a good job letting him carry him around.
You bet. Gets on that Jacobs bull, takes him right to his hand, and he spurs him with that other leg and does good.
Tyrell Tauren, the youngster from Kalispell, Montana, matched up with Firewater.
I don't know this bull too much. I know Tyrell, though. He's a good bull rider. Sitting back, letting this bull come to him. Good moves. Good bull ride there by Tyrell. Now he's got to get out of it all right.
Well, we mentioned our bullfinders for the weekend, Sylvan Lacrosse and Cody Morris stepping in, taking the bull away, 76.5 points for Tyrell. Another great look at from our Whelen Tire replay. The bull is kind of staying there, kind of jumping, hopping, kicking.
Yeah, jumps away from Tyrell a lot, and you can see how Tyrell just gets back up to his hand and gets in there. And luckily he gets out of this all right. His spur gets hung up in his bull rope and he falls out of there. Could have been a bad situation if he'd have been hung up to that bull.
And Kelley Murray getting set to go. His brother Connor and him both qualifying. They did the same when they were rodeoing for Western, University of Montana Western in the Big Sky region. They were 1-2 in the region to qualify the College National Finals. And boy, he's got a good spot now.
Nice bull. Good bull ride. Great bull from Paul Eicher. Come out there, 70.5. That's what you want.
Another great shot from our Whelen Tire replay. Just kind of more of a flat spin right here where maybe doesn't afford him the points on the bull side that he's looking for, but I think for Kelley, taking a no score in round 1, to be able to tuck his chin down and get through an 8-second ride in round 2. Again, setting up that average, getting opportunity to come back on championship Saturday night in the final round.
That puts him right in the hunt now with everybody else. Here we go to Clayton Allen. Got bucked off last night, Thursday night, and we'll see how he goes tonight. Got a good draw here. Another one of Paul Eicher's bulls back to the left. Kind of fades right there with him, and Clayton's going to get in trouble here. Good work by these two bullfighters. Excellent work. That's why they're here, so that man can walk out of the arena on his own 2 feet.
Well, no score for Clayton, but we're going to Payton Fitzpatrick, Polson, Montana. Grim Reaper, the buck and bull. Boy, it seems like to me, Danger, round number 2, Friday night, our bull riders have fixed the problems from round 1.
Definitely. Payton got around, almost got himself in trouble, tried to ride that bull a little too much. It's 72.5. Almost worked himself out of position here a couple times, but good enough bull rider and strong enough to get back into place. You can kind of see right here when he comes around this corner, he's out over he should have been bucked off there, but his ab work and obviously his training is kicked in where he pulled himself right back up in the middle and got himself a score and jumps off on his feet.
Riley Barge getting set to go. I like this matchup with the bull Nutcracker.
Yeah, one of Red Eye's bulls there. This is going to be good. Red Eye always brings good bulls. You can tell he's trying to get a good fit on this bull before he opens the gate, and here he comes. And that's a mean bull right there. Cody Morris is going to show you how you dance around one here real quick. Good work by those two.
Well, a no score. You see the clock right there, 3.6, making short work of that effort. But, we'll see him again in round number 3 as we go to Gerald Esch, Trey Goemon, Montana. Another red-eye bucking bull. Montana Livestock Clown Eater.
Yeah, this is a bad dude here, and he bucks good. Gerald, though, that's one thing this bull did not plan on, is having this cowboy on his back tonight. This kid bears down and does not care if you're the world champion bucking bull of the year or not. He's going to ride you, and then he's going to run away as scared as he can.
Boy, 75 points on the ride, but kind of a scary moment just trying to find a place to get out of there.
Yeah, you bet. This is one of those deals where your adrenaline's going so much here. You can see great moves to get back in the middle here. This kid tries so hard and never quits, and then you get to the outgate here where things get really hairy, and the bull's supposed to go there, but the rider, he probably shouldn't go there. And luckily, fear is a great motivator, and he got small.
Quinn Greeno from Bozeman, Montana. Bucking Nightmares, his draw in round number 2. Success in round number 1 for the youngster from Bozeman. We call him a youngster. He's not real old, but he's got a lot of bull riding experience.
Wicked move there. Got stepped on, it looked like, too. Gonna get a no score, but that bull came out and threw a nasty move at him.
Well, the electricity of Friday night in round number 2. Fans on their feet as they want to watch Tanner Theriot from Townsend, Montana. Here's another big circle bull, Chaos and Disaster.
Sounds like one I do not want to get on. Sounds like one that you show up to the rodeo and you've drawn that you just say, oh great. But Tanner Theriot is not that kind of a cowboy. He welcomes any challenge. Away from his hand, gonna be tough, but he's working those feet.
Wow.
Down at 6. And he knows it. He knows he had him. You can tell him telling his buddies right there, I had it. So that's going to open up the door right there for a lot of other bull riders. Leaving that open, Gerald Esch is going to take the score tonight, and he's going to take a commanding lead in the aggregate.
We'll be right back to wrap things up from Butte, Montana in round number 2. Well, wrapping up round number 2. Rodeo fans, thanks for joining it with us. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmoyer. 2 big rounds are now complete, the NRA Finals here in Butte, Montana, and it was nothing more than total entertainment.
Yeah, definitely. The excitement was up. The stock knew it was Friday night. It was Eliminator Pen night. A lot of people came out and performed. Jack Graham, I mentioned him in the beginning. He came out and showed us how it was done, and he's going to be a major contender for the all-around title now after 2 events, 2 nights at the NRA Finals. Did outstanding. Tammy Jo Carpenter is going to be tough to catch in the barrel racing. She's just taken off and really showed her experience and her poise in this event. And just one of my all-time favorites, one of the toughest guys in rodeo I know, Gerald Esch, came out. He's got 2 bulls ridden. He is on fire, and he's working his way towards that number 1 spot in the bull riding. So looking for some great rodeo action.
It'll be awesome to see the end of this. The championship continues, and round number 2 is now in the books. Join us again on the Mountain Rodeo Series. Good night, everybody.